everybody. This is Coach Van in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I want to welcome everybody to, now this is going to sound strange, to the first ever 20 Now webinar. Yeah, you got the name. Some people started to figure it out on Facebook. I'll need to update the pages here, and we are definitely called 20 Now. And your pre-enrollment pages are still going to stay on ToolsTeam.com. And let me go ahead and put up my whiteboard here. I'll change this right here. It's the 20now.com. Holy cow, we're already maxed out. Let me turn off these notifications here. 20now.com. Welcome to the 20now.com members only webinar for July 23rd. This is being recorded and will be posted on our ToolsTeam.net update system. Now, I'll be updating quite a few things here, and to include, I'm going to show you some of the things that we've already changed with ToolsTeam.net to include those who've got personal web pages, and we're going to show you some stuff that's here on Facebook. I did talk with Jarhead today, and we're still growing incredibly well. We're getting a whole lot more traffic, and hold on, let's see here. All right, so first thing that we're going to do here today is I'm going to actually show you some of the things that are already in place that's going to be coming up here with some of the contests that Jarhead's running. That's going to include, you know, 1-year memberships where your entire first year is paid for. And like I've said here on the previous ones, is I do want to let you know that, oh man, this thing, I do want to let you know that it's not just the company just fudging a spot and saying this person's paid. All commissions are paid as if that person did actually go out and pay themselves. So I'm going to, if you watch your screen here, I'm going to switch this over. Okay. First off, I'm going to take you to 20now.com, and there's, you can see it says 20 Now Marketing. It talks about the Facebook, live streaming, training, search engine optimization. The thing I want to draw your attention to here is at the bottom of 20now.com, there is a link for Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, and I haven't even clicked on this one yet, so I'm not even sure what that is. Well, heck, we'll go ahead and find out right now. Let's see where that takes us. Okay, that's all right. That's Pinterest, whatever the heck that is. That's something I'll learn about. YouTube. Now, this is part of the contest. Is when we get 1,000 subscribers to 20now.com, the YouTube thing here, all you got to do is click on, I'm going to turn my pen back on, click on here to subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, when this channel gets 1,000 subscribers, and this goes for anybody, this is something that YouTube does, and it's nothing you can purchase. I mean, I didn't even know. I checked today. I got like 240 subscribers. But when any account that gets up to 1,000 subscribers, they'll upgrade all of their video presentations to high def, and so that not only 20 Now, when they start doing the webcast and doing the videos there, if you're doing it through there, everything that 20 Now gets will be able to make everything else that we do being higher definition and videos that are made for other people using the system. So again, it's going to add value to what we have without charging anybody any additional things. So, and when you go ahead and subscribe, he's going to find some way to pick out some people, and they're going to get their first year paid for simply because they went and subscribed. So that's one thing. Let me go back here. The other thing that he's wanting people to do is click on the Facebook link. Okay. So you go to the Facebook page. Same thing is click on the like button. So far, just 30 people have done it so far today. You can see there's the 20 now. You got the map in the background, and people are adding stuff to it. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you here is, let me turn the pen off. Go add yourself to the Facebook group. If you go to groups, facebook.com/groups/20now, you can see the 20 Now group. This just started. There's already 130 people here. If you're already in it, you can go right here and add people who are on your Facebook list, and you can see people are already helping each other out, welcoming people, asking questions. There's a picture of a couple that's working the business. Here we go on the beach here. Bruce Morris and his wife working 20 Now in Vegas. And let me turn some of these chicken scratches off here real quick. Okay, and as we get more people going using this thing, right now it's just people having some fun, but it'll be a place where people can share information, not spam or post personal websites about different products or services that you're using the tools for, but it's a way that people can ask questions of somebody 24/7, or people can find out, well, hey, I'm wanting to connect with some people in Australia. You find out that you got George Robinson, Louise Cardo, and there's some other people in there in Australia. You got Ernest up in Canada, and Sean Smith, and Peter Connell, and some of the people that are over there in the UK. This allows them to get put together all the 24/7. So all that comes from 20now.com. Now, it doesn't cost anything to do what I'm suggesting that you do, and anybody who does it before the contest starts, you're still in the contest. And so same with Twitter. You go, there's the 20 Now on Twitter. Jarhead's having contest. So to go to Twitter, click on follow, and that'll add 20 Now marketing to your Twitter account. Go to Facebook, click on the Facebook button, and go click like. All right, click on the like button here on Facebook. And all these things might seem like senseless right now, but these are all things that's going to help everybody in the system. And then also on Facebook, go add yourself to the group if somebody hasn't added you already. You see like Michael Kamir here, Jonathan Tripp, and Louise Cardo. There's Jarhead, Shirley Whitlock, Jocelyn Jones, Jackie Silvestri. These are all just some of the people. As people start adding themselves to the group, their pictures start to float across the top there. So things are getting personalized. Things got some really good news from the bank today. It's looking good. I'm telling you. I was talking with Jarhead just to give you an idea on. Let me close some of these. I've been doing videos, making different things, and I'm going to be updating this video here, doing the 20 Now portion. But I want to bring up a number here. You can see, like last night's webinar, it's already been viewed 72 times. No big deal. And then I did some other, webinars 100 times, 100 times. The first one I did, the webinar where we did the PowerPoint presentation 440 times. But when I did the video or just the PowerPoint presentation, not for the webinar, that was just a couple of days ago, already been viewed 2,428 times from people in 6 different continents. There's people making comments and everything. That's not because of anything that I did, or it's not even because it's a great video. It's because it's people wanting the information about what's coming, wanting to get in a heads up, and people are coming. We're growing by over 1,000 people a day. So if you look at that number compared to our actual growth, it's really small. But if you look at that video compared to all of the other videos done, people are watching the video. There's like 40,000 minutes already have been viewed. They're not just clicking on it, they're watching it. It tells you how long the people were there, how many minutes have been viewed. So all these stats, and as you build and take advantage of the tools in 20 Now, you'll see these things happen for you. Like I said, I haven't been asking anybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I didn't even know that I had that many subscribers. I got 240 subscribers without trying. So when these tools start kicking in, more and more people, I don't know if he's on here today, I actually had somebody join with me. He called me because my number was on the YouTube channel, and he called me and asked me if I'd been doing videos long, and he came on board and joined the program. So let's see if John's out here tonight. But no, John's not here today. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start answering some questions here. Okay, this is Dallas. How soon will the Facebook tool be ready to go? I know it will work for because what I'm doing now. Okay, the Facebook application, it's ready right now. As soon as the site goes live, that tool is going to be going from Jump Street along with the mailer. And I think the webcast system will be, actually the webcast is the next time you actually see Jarhead on a webcast or a webinar, whatever you want to call it. We're calling it a webcast to separate ourselves from GoToWebinar. But we'll be on a 20now.com/webcast presentation. And it is my goal on that first one, so people can really tell that there are no limits. I want to get thousands of people on there. And so when people say, well, hey, is this really as good as GoToWebinar or whatever, even though people are paying $500 for it, they're getting locked out all the time. People got locked out on this webinar right now, and they've been locked out. I think last Tuesday was the first time we got maxed out. We've been maxed out every time since then. It usually takes a few minutes before it maxed out, but I think I was talking for like a minute and a half before we got maxed out here today. So we want to have thousands, Now, are we expecting, 22,000 people? Well, because we have that many enrolled already? No. By that time, I hope we have 30 or 40,000 people, but definitely want to have thousands on that webcast so they can see the features that go on from there, see Jarhead's ugly mug, and test the system. Let people see, and then we'll record it, and people can see for themselves whether or not they think it's any good. Okay. John Tripp, 20 Now. Yeah, the website is 20now.com, and yeah, I think Jarheads have made it 20 Now Marketing. And I will, now that the word is getting out there, it's nothing that Jarheads put out, people just started to figure it out, is 20 Now came, we knew what the product was going to be. We wanted to find a domain that was really short instead of, super good tools or what have you. so that when people started getting their usernames tied to it, you know, bigbob.20now.com instead of toolsteam.com !/username, all of that stuff that's hard to remember, is have it as short as possible. We tried to get Z20 and just get something that's short. So the 20 now came in there, and they said, okay, well, it's going to be $20. We knew what the price was going to be, so we started trying different domains and came up with 20 now. You know, that's it. That's what it costs. It's the name of the company. It's what it's cost. It's 20 now. It's not 20 next week, 20 next month. It's 20 now. You know, the monthly cost is still, you know, after that. Okay, but Doug. Okay, Doug says, I got 2 new pre-enrollees today. Do you send out frequent messages to new pre-enrollees? I do myself. This system does every time that, you know, since we're having webinars every day, like when this webinar gets over, all of you are going to get an automatic message from the system, you know, thanking you for being on the webinar here tonight. And then you're going to get another reminder, you know, tomorrow about the webinar for tomorrow night. Those who registered for the webinar and who aren't here are going to get an email saying, hey, we missed you on the webinar. And even though this is members only, we're telling people pre-enroll before they come to a webinar. Not everybody listens. So it says, hey, make sure you get back with the person who sent you here and go pre-enroll. Speaking of which, I'll give you a peek at the changes we've made with ToolsTeam.net. Okay, we still got the little figures here with the success. Now we've got the, oh, whoops, I got to put this on the screen. You're not seeing this yet. Okay. All right, so you see you still have the little success figures here with the keys to success. Got the fastest growing team, 20 now, and join now with the fastest growing team. Got a little bubble step here. Got the graphic that's been getting, you know, pretty good attention. Then it goes to step 2, watch the video. Step 3, register for webinar. That's it. Then let's see. Then for those who got some of the personalized websites, it says step 1, click here to pre-enroll with the person's name, and then when they click on that, it takes them to their, you know, toolsteam.com pre-enrollment page. Okay, all right. And the toolsteam.com pre-enrollment page is still, say, 2.0. Same thing. They can come down here and watch the video that's been seen, you know, 2,400 times, and I'll be updating that with some new graphics and 20 now information, and they can still register from the webinar from your page. As soon as somebody registers for the webinar, or not, it's not instantly, but they get added to a members list and get a welcome email, so it's dropping hints on them again saying, hey, you registered for the webinar. That means that you've already been a member. And on the video it says, hey, before you watch this video, pre-enroll, because in the time that you spend watching this video, 20 to 30 people are going to join while you watch the video. So go back, pre-enroll before you come back and watch the video. And so there's one of the personalized websites there. And that's not his username, so you can't go sign up with Dory. That's just his website. That's not his username. So I didn't give anybody an unfair plug. All right. Okay, Michael says, is our affiliate name going to change? If you're referring to your username with 20 now is going to be the exact same thing it is with ToolsTeam 2.0. Okay, it's just the we've said from day one, toolsteam.com was just the place they were going to have the pre-enrollment pages. Well, actually, in the real beginning, there wasn't going to be any pre-enrollment. We tried some testing with some people who wanted to, you know, get in early, like last month, to try to tweak some things and to look at positioning, and then they started making their own pages and emails, trying to get other people to sign up so that we wouldn't have 20 different people, or actually it was over 100 people trying to make their own pages, their own capture pages, and keep track of their own downline. That's when Jarhead said, okay, things are getting wild already. So he just threw together those pre-enrollment pages. That's why there's no pomp and circumstance. There's no real oomph. It just says, here, go sign up here. And then he's tweaked it to add, the leaders page and things of that nature. Okay. Oh, Doug's Jarhead did ask me this question. He wasn't sure how it worked on the phones. This is from Doug saying 20 Now works great on his smartphone. So cool. That's good news. This is a different Doug. Are the tools ready to use now since we know the name? The Facebook tool is ready, but it's not going to be released until the actual site. Yes, 20now.com is live. There's no place on there to pay or to start using the tools or seeing the tools, but I know the Facebook tool is done, but it's not being used yet by anybody, myself included. I can't wait for that. I bug Jarhead, literally bug Jarhead about that every day. Okay, Josh, I've attended the webinar yesterday. Oh wait, I haven't attended the webinar, nor have I heard the recorded one. May I ask, is 20now.com the final website? Yes, that is going to be the name of the company is 20now, and all of your sites after things go live, it's going to be on 20now.com. Okay, Raymond, is it possible for you to explain the Facebook application? All right, if instead of, this is some real chicken scratch stuff that I did here before, but if you go to the webinar page and right here, the one that was recorded on July 16th, it's on the bottom of the archive. You see Facebook marketing application, where I chicken scratched and drew some pictures of different people, and that's all on there. Okay. Josh, when are we going to go live? Jarhead asked me again today not to say the date yet, so I'm not saying. I want to, believe me. I'm excited though. Okay. The link 20now.com. Our team pages are toolsteam.net. And at the bottom, if you forget webinars and graphics or whatever, and you go to toolsteam.net, there's no place to join on here. It says step 1. You can't go here. Those only work. Step 1 only works on personal pages. If you go all the way down to the bottom, you can see, you can click on home, club leaders, video only, the webinar. You can see I've added, the 20 Now link on there. Even on the video only page, it's got 20 Now at the bottom, even though I haven't updated the video yet. Okay. Okay, Doug, now we got a lot of Dougs on here today. This isn't the same Doug asking all these questions. We got a number of different Dougs asking questions. So, will you be training us on how to use and apply the tools? Oh, absolutely. I love training, Q&A. Training is actually part of the product, but I'll be training, everybody on my team, not just my personals. And I am one of the trainers that'll be at the corporate level. There's a couple of them in place also, and we'll have some more coming. Okay, Daryl. Daryl's saying, what is the webcast link? That'll be put out to everybody. I was just giving you as an example. Probably most likely be 20now.com/webcast, but there's nothing there now. Matter of fact, I'll show you here. 20now.com/webcast. Make sure I'm not lying to you. Yeah, see. That's where it most likely will be, but there's nothing there for it now. Okay. Anne Marie, Anne-Marie Balancieri. What if I sponsored 6 people and they never sponsored anyone? What happens if their matrix went to the 10th level? Who gets the matrix for them to the 10th level? Okay, I think what Anne-Marie's asking here is, as you know, let me go to Tools Team, or no, let me go to the graphics page. Hold on a second, because the graphic actually has that here. Okay, where it says, just by joining the program, you're eligible to get paid through 4 levels, which is 238 bucks. Refer 1 is 954. Okay, what Anne Marie's asking is, if she's referred some people and they're all getting $238, but there's enough people in their matrix to make $10,000, where does that other $10,000 go that the people who didn't refer anybody aren't getting? Well, if those roll up to the individual who sponsored them, if they're qualified. So in that example, we'll just make it real easy. Let's say in Anne-Marie, she asked a question, if she referred 6 people, let's just say all 6 of those people are making $238, just to make the example easy, but all 6 of them have enough people in their matrix to make $1,238. So each of them have $1,000 more they could be making if they referred some people. So in that case, Anne Marie, she sponsored all 6 people. She's making a match of $238 because they made that in the matrix, and she matches each one of them. So she gets 6 $238 matches. Now, all 6 of them could have had another $1,000, but they didn't get it because they didn't have any referrals yet. Now, if they refer some people later, then they can capture that income. But those $1,000 that they could have made doesn't go to the company. That also goes to Anne Marie. Now, before you start to wonder and going, well, heck, maybe it's a good idea if my people don't refer anybody, then I get all the roll-ups. Let's take that one step further, all right? To show you why that's not a good idea. Now let's say those 6 people, they say, well, hey, I don't want to lose $1,000 a month to Anne Marie. I'm going to go sponsor a couple of people, even if I pay for my dog and my mom to do this thing who doesn't even have a computer. So they pay $40 to have 2 people referred, so now that they can get that extra $1,000. Did Anne Marie lose anything? Nope. She might not have got that roll-up commission, but now that all of those 6 people are making $1,238 instead of the $238, she's matching all 6 of them at now $1,238. And in actuality, she made more because each of those 6 people had to refer 2, and that increased them, each by $1.40 each. Plus, she matches them. So it's always best to help your people, bring in people so they can qualify for as much income as possible, because you match them every time, every month. Good question, Emery. Thank you. Okay, Cindy, can you help if we don't know how to, if we don't know how to use Facebook, make it simple for us, for dummies? Now, this is Cindy's question. I'm not calling y'all dummies. I'm sure Cindy didn't say everybody's dummies either. But yeah, we'll be doing training. But part of the thing that I put in the presentation, it's Facebook automated marketing application. That even if you're not even logging into Facebook, as long as you have a Facebook page, it'll work for you. But yes, I'll be showing you different things you can do to even enhance the tool, so that you can have more people doing it, showing you things that I've done that you can post and put up on your page to bring even more attention to your site. And yeah, so I know that's a long answer to a short question. The answer, Cindy, yes, I will help. Okay, Ken, can we use banner at the top of Tools Team to promote? Yes, except I will tell you this, the banner on the top of toolsteam.net it's a flash banner. It's not a GIF or a JPEG. So if you just try to like copy it, you won't be able to copy it. It's actually created with the flash system. So it doesn't have an address. It has a whole script that creates that. Same thing goes for everything else on here. Now you can obviously copy the video, the link. If you go to the graphics, there's where you can see all the graphics in the actual place where this stuff is hosted. Now they're not flashy or anything, but I don't know how to make actual flash banners. I'm sure we'll have some of that stuff on 2.0. But if you can figure out how to do it, then Ken, you're welcome to. But I don't think you can actually just do a copy picture, because it's not a real picture that you're seeing there. It's a script. Okay, Doug, will we be getting new marketing pages to enroll others? Yeah, that's going to be part of the whole system. Everybody's going to get a website with 20now.com. Okay, Rick, how much is the personal website, ToolsTeam.net? They're free, except that they're not replicating. That's why I haven't been pushing them, because that's all I've done all day is make websites for people, because they don't replicate. Each one of those banners has to, I copy a portion of the page and I go create it. I just don't ask for it if you're not going to produce, because then you're taking, I've made a bunch of pages for people, and the traffic it counts the traffic, and we're actually going to have a contest with those who do have them, not for how many people who enroll from the page, but just getting traffic to the page. And I'm not trying to sound mean, but when I make pages for somebody who's not sharing it with anybody, that means I'm making their page when I could have been making somebody else's page who's out there building, creating spillover that might increase that person's income. Okay. Gwen, I don't get it. She's a board fireman. Okay. Okay, this is from Rick. What is the significance of 20? Why 20 now? Okay, you maybe asked that question before I said that information, but it's 20 now because it's 20 bucks. Okay. Phil, what city, state is Jarhead located out of? Jarhead's in Kentucky, Bowling Green, I believe. Okay, James, can you talk about the matrix and how we are paid daily? Let me get some of these other questions here, James, because I have that in the presentation that I'm being updated, or that I'm updating, and we'll cover that. Frank saying, will we be able to pay monthly by credit cards? Absolutely. Credit cards, debit cards, green dot cards. But the one thing I want to emphasize to everybody, especially if you get busy now, you can pay one time and never again, because commissions are going to be the best way to pay your monthly, because then it never shows up on anything. Okay. Gwen, Louise made a splash page for their group. I assume that our username there would be the same. If you're getting splash pages made from other people or other teams or whatever, I have, just like the company doesn't control what I do, I have no control over what other teams, even within my own organization, do. So whether they're using your username or not, I don't know, but just make sure whatever page it points to, that your username is correct there. So maybe if somebody's made a page for you and your ID is 123, but your username is, Big John 26, that your 123 page points to your Tools Team page with Big John 26. Again, these are just examples I'm pulling out of the air. Okay. Doug says, how do we know if a new pre-enrollee has registered for the webinars or not? You don't. You can ask them. Okay, and you can encourage them to do the same thing, and they'll tell you, hey, I did already. James, can you, okay, we did that one. Andy's saying, will there be a 1099 issued for the income? Okay, for those of you outside of the URS, 1099 is a tax form. This is a U.S. company, and everybody in the United States who makes over $600 will be required to supply a Social Security number or a EIN number or a tax identification number, and 1099s will go out to people in the U.S. Everywhere else, whatever you make from 20 now is, it's up to you what you do with the money and reporting to your whatever your tax agency is in your country. So yes, 1099s will be issued, but nobody's going to be asked for a Social Security number until you make 600 bucks. And you better make 600, but better make a whole lot more than 600 bucks, Andy, because I'm your sponsor. I don't want to match 600 bucks. I want to match like 6,000 a month from you, if not more. You can do it. Okay, Garth, can you tell us how many emails we will be able to send out on a daily basis when the business opens up? There's all kinds of options there. I answered that in your email earlier today. I probably shouldn't have read that question. Gwen, I am going. Okay, yeah. If your website works, share it. You know, with your fire station people. That's cool. I understand now. Okay. Can we sign up big companies like a former company that is a huge legal company or offline? You can sign up anybody you want, any entity, any person, any group, nonprofit, and then you can use these tools for anything you want: business, products, service, MLM, information, just because. Okay. All right. Mark, will Jarhead be doing his own marketing for him and the company? Not initially. There'll be some stuff, you know, going out on different search engines and things that will get the 20 Now brand out there, so that our systems will be higher up in the search engines, like we said, you know, having a whole bunch of likes on Facebook, having a whole bunch of subscriptions, 1,000 or more on the 20 Now YouTube channel, and getting things to go high def. So the more publicity and everything that comes for 20 Now, the more it impacts everybody else with the 20now.com domain. Even if you're hiding it, you're going to be, you know, supermark.com, but you're using 20 Now tools, all of that stuff can still kick in for you. Okay. All right. Let's see. How do we benefit? Okay, Frank says, how do we benefit financially from spillover? All right. I'll tell you this. Every time somebody is below you, regardless if you sponsored them, somebody above you sponsored them and they spilled below you, or somebody below you already refers somebody else. As a minimum, anybody entering anywhere below you increases your income by 70 cents a month. Now, if you referred them, there's an additional $5 that you get every month. So if you refer somebody, you're as a minimum getting $5.70 every month from that one particular person. Everybody that person refers is going to be 70 cents to you in your matrix, and an additional 70% because you match that person's income. So again, spillover helps people financially because it doesn't matter how people get in your matrix. Everybody in your matrix, regardless of who sponsors them, is additional money to you. Okay. Josh, may I know how to be included in the club? If there's people who have, I think I understand what you're saying now, Josh. I know you asked that last night. If on the clubs, I'll go ahead and build that up here. And we've got different clubs. We got the 3000 club where we got Joseph is the only member, the Joseph Catronio out of Florida. The 1000 club, we got Omnipada and David Puyent. The 500 club, and then there's the 100 club and Club 50. And then go down to the top 100 and click on this, it takes you to the leadership board. But if people signed up and they're under, you know, marketing associates or something, they're not on here. But if they give me their name and where they're from, then I'll put them. So if, you know, I'll put you, if you're on the 100 club, I'll put you here, you know, Josh, whatever. If send me your name and where you're at, and I'll put you on there. But if your username is just a company, we trying to make it look personal. Okay. Roy, if I ask for a ToolsTeam site, do I have to? Okay. I know when the sites are going to go live, and yes, all of the sites that I've made will become completely, I don't want to say useless, because I don't want to say I've wasted a bunch of time, but they will be turned off, and everything's going to revert back to toolsteam.net. Every subdomain will be taken away. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. How do I sign? Okay. Do you anticipate any regulator challenges down the road? I know that's a yes or no question, Daryl, but I do want to answer it in a little bit longer form. Is I don't anticipate any challenges, but I want to make sure you understand it's not just because I'm hoping. Is we did a lot of research and did talk with some people ahead of time, and we also know that we're not an upsell program. It's $20. There's nothing fancy about the compensation. There's no lottery connection to it. Yes, if you did come in early, you can get a lot more spillover than somebody who comes in late, but in order to qualify for it, you actually need to make some referrals. Otherwise, if you never refer anybody, even if you have 1 million people below you, you're never going to make more than $238. So we know we're not having any lottery issues in the places where lotteries are illegal. The matrix of whatever, if you got a 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, whatever kind of matrix there is, there's 5x5s out there. There is no problems with the matrix compensation plan, and matches aren't a problem either. So the fact that we don't have any pay plan or compensation plan that's never been approved before or hasn't been challenged in courts or anything like that, we're good there, and our product is digital for the most part. So yes, we've done our homework. Things have been checked out. People have looked at it, and that is why we're not anticipating any regulator challenges down the road. Thank you for the question. Michael, repeat the Facebook page address. It's facebook.com/groups/ let me go ahead and put it up on the screen here. Okay. Facebook.com/groups/20now. And that's 20now.com. And make sure you go subscribe to YouTube, click on the Facebook page and like it, and the Twitter page and follow it. Okay, and the Facebook page, facebook.com/20now, whoops, 20now.com, no dot, just 20now.com. Okay. Doug, is it possible to ever move up higher in the company's matrix? No. That was one thing we actually looked at. I was in a company out of Australia a number of years ago, and you could actually pass up your sponsor by production. You could move up the matrix all the way to the top. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that is .com here. All right. Okay, James says, can you explain how you come up with the $238 and or 954? Okay, I'll go back to that. Click on graphics here. Okay, the $238 is if you add up the number of people on your first level of 4, your second level of 16, your third level of 64, and your fourth level of 256, and that's if all 4 levels are full. You're making, and you multiply that by 0.7 or 70 cents, you get $238. If you add the 5th level, you get $954. Okay. All right. Okay, I got this question again. Can you talk about the matrix and how we were paid daily? All right. The daily is when somebody makes money in this program, they're going to get a notice saying, hey, you've got a pay raise. If you referred somebody, you got a pay raise of $5.70. If somebody entered your matrix by any means, you got a 70-cent pay raise. Now, that money goes into your 20 Now account every day. The paid daily part, or when you actually put money in your pocket, that's up to you. If you're making enough money, you want to take the money out every day, you can. If you want to take it out once a week or once a month or whenever it hits a certain level, it's totally up to you. You can say, well, I'm going to let it build up until I get $500, and then every time I make $500, I'll take it out. Or whatever, make enough for your house payment. It does not matter. You can take it out, and then when you take it out of 20now.com, now that I can tell you that, at that point it goes into your basically your payment account, and from there you can say, well, hey, I want this much money to go to this credit card, this much money to go to this debit card, this much money to go to this bank, and this much money to go to that bank, because you can have 2 banks and 2 cards, and I want this much money to go to my mom. And you can do that all right there within the system, and 20now.com has no idea what you did with the money. Once they put it into your payment account, it's yours. We're not sending money to your Uncle Bob. We don't know if you're paying your bills or not paying your bills or anything like that. Okay, so that's how it's paid daily, and it can go straight to your cards. Okay, any kind of card with a MasterCard, Visa logo, 16-digit. You don't have a debit card, you can get one, a prepaid one at Walmart or all kinds of places. And Walmart is all over the world. Okay, all right. So hopefully that helped you out there. Roy, if I ask for a ToolsTeam site, do I have to advertise before 20 Now launches? I'm just telling people, please don't ask for a web page if you're not going to market it. I don't care if we know for a fact we're going to, what is today? Is it Tuesday? I'm losing track of my days. Whatever day this is now, if we were going to say launch Thursday, don't ask for a page unless you fully intend on promoting the heck out of it until Thursday. Okay. Is that $238 each month? Yeah, every month. Okay. Doug says, can your daily pay decrease or will it only increase? Well, yeah, it can decrease if everybody cancels their service and nobody joins to replace them. But that's all the more reason to use the tools and to have commissions pay for, their monthly. So I try to explain things in extremes. If the whole world joins, then there's people at the end who are still going to have great products to promote and do whatever they want with it, but their income in 20 now is not going to increase until, the next week when there's enough millions of people to join, and then not have anybody to sponsor until the next time we got more people. Okay. Is Jarhead using iPayout for his commission account? No, we're using the biggest and the best. They handle billions. We're going with GPG. That was something that we started even before. I'll just say we've been, that's going to be our big, huge thing. Everything that I've been talking about, you can't get that through iPayout. Okay. Okay, Michael, have you put together a schedule for training? Not yet. Okay. Raymond, is it possible in the main presentation, can you give more details on the Facebook application? I just feel it would be help other marketers understand the benefits. Absolutely. Thank you for that, Raymond. Appreciate it. Okay, Diane says, once we pay, will we be able to log in and start using the tools immediately, or do we have to wait 3 or 4 days? Richard will allot people to upgrade. There'll be some tools that are going to happen. You'll be able to use instantly. It's the terminology might be a little bit different, but just to give you an example, to me, there's a difference between the sites going live, pre-launch, and launch. All right. I know there's a date for. I mean, you can. Some people say, well, hey, you go to 20now.com and the site's live right now. Yes, it's 20now.com is live. Okay, it's been live. It's just we weren't telling you where it was before. And Jarhead still isn't telling people, but people just started to figure it out by finding it on Facebook and such. And Louise and a couple of others kind of figured it out based on some other things that were said earlier. But when I'm saying live is when you can actually go to there, make your payment. You have your own 20now.com page. And then once the time frame, if it says there's 4 or 5 days to get your 20 bucks in before you lose your spot to enter the matrix, at that time is what will be called pre-launch. During pre-launch, they'll be tweaking some of the tools and seeing all of you, maybe you're called a founder or something like that, and going through, getting any glitches, hiccups, or anything like that taken care of. And so that, maybe when we do the first webcast, he finds something that he didn't count on before, but it takes having, 2,000 people there to notice some things. And so we can fix a lot of things for pre-launch. So let's, as an example, say that lasts for a month, which puts us at the end of August. But during this whole time frame, you're making money and you're getting paid. Let's say, as an example, we launched the whole thing on September 1st, and at that time, as a minimum, the tools that we've talked about in the presentation, the automated Facebook marketing application, the mailer, the webcast, the blog, the training, your personal website, that's all in play, all good to go. It's tweaked, it's been beat up on, abused, everything. There's a couple of people he's asked to look at some things, and he wants you to see if you can try to screw it up. So he can, if you have people who are trying to break it and they can't, then we know the chances of people accidentally breaking it when they didn't want to will become a lot smaller. Okay. Ann says, how long will we wait after payments will we get paid? All right, once they start accepting payments, it's paid daily, but it's 1 week in the rear. So if we were taking money today, for an example, on July 23rd, any money you made today, you could start taking out every day, but on the 30th. So you can't join today and put money in your pocket today. You can get emails saying, hey, you're making money today, but you actually can't take money out of your account till 1 week later. Okay. Gwen says, can we use URL cloakers for advertising? Of course. Advertise any way you can. Do you know if the audio webcasting tool is going to be more reliable than GoToWebinar? Absolutely. And you're dealing with YouTube and Google, who are a whole lot more dependable as far as uptime and things of that nature. And when you're like with GoToWebinar, you got to go through all kinds of stuff to get it up back onto YouTube or within their system. And to watch your recording inside of GoToWebinar, you have to opt in. And a lot of people don't want to do that just to watch a video. Ours, you know, between the tie-in that he's already done with Google and YouTube, again, billion-dollar companies, our little $20 deal here is dealing with billions. And when your webcast is done, within, you know, depending on how long it is, within a couple of minutes, your stuff's already up on YouTube. Like I said, I got 241 subscribers. I never asked anybody to subscribe. Okay. Man, questions are still coming in here. Okay, Diane. Okay, we answered that one. Okay, Josh says, I think all members should be notified a few days before 20now.com goes live. That will happen, and Jarhead will do that on a big webcast. That's because I have active campaigns. Okay, this goes for anybody. When your stuff is out there promoting your ToolsTeam.com pre-enrollment page, when everything gets transferred over to 20now, anything you got out there with your pre-enrollment page now with ToolsTeam.com, you're not going to lose anything. It's just people won't be able to pre-enroll there anymore. It's going to forward them to your 20now.com page if you pay. So all of your pre-enrollees who don't upgrade but have some advertising out there and they don't upgrade or make the purchase, and somebody goes to their page after pre-enrollment has been shut down, they're going to be forwarded to your page. Okay. How long will we wait after payment? Okay, we did that one already. Frank says, does GPG charge to handle our money in and out of the account? It's not a percentage, but I think it's depending on where you live in the world. I know it's like $2, I believe, to have money go from your account into wherever it is you're going. So if it's $2 for $20, you know, that could be, say, hey, that's 10%. But it's also $2 if it's $20,000 you're trying to transfer. But that does differ in other countries. It might be a little bit more, but I'm giving you U.S. prices there. Okay. Robert says he can't find 20now.com on Twitter. Again, go to 20now.com and click on the Twitter link. On Twitter, I think it's just 20now marketing. Okay. Gwen's letting us know that her legal firm uses Citrix and they pay through the nose for it. Yeah, they're paying probably $499 a month. Doug says, okay, this is a question. I'm not hyping this. Can a person become a millionaire with this program? I'm not going to say yes or no, but you can take it this way. I'm certainly going to make that much money. Heck, I'll say it, yes. Okay, now a bunch of people are saying yes, yes, they intend to. And I'm talking about just the 20 now. I'm not including the money that it's going to make for people in other programs. Okay, well, hey, I want to thank everybody for being on tonight's webinar, and again, encourage you, go to 20now.com and click on the things, go to the Facebook page and like it. Go to the Facebook group and join it. Go to the YouTube channel and subscribe to it. And go to the Twitter link and follow it. And whatever the other one is, I guess I'll have to check that one out, that Pinterest or whatever it is. I'm not sure, but go do those things. That'll put you eligible for the contest that Jarhead's going to announce to everybody here probably on Wednesday or Thursday. He did drop some hints about it for those of you who, for you old timers who were in like 3 days ago. It's cool. And if you can't tell, yes, I'm excited. I'm extremely excited, and I know, I have no doubt that we're going to have thousands of people making some okay money. You know, money maybe enough to make their car payments, make a mortgage, things of that nature. We're going to have hundreds of people making thousands of dollars, and we're probably going to have 50 people or so, and I'm talking about this year. I'm still talking in 2013. We'll probably have, 50 to 100 people who are making 20 grand a month plus just with the tools. Thank you, everybody. Call it hype, call it whatever you want. I'm just telling it like it is. Good night.
Exclusive marketing tools for promoting any online products or services. Only $20 per month. Click on the link below and secure your position today.